Thank you very much, Greg, and good morning to all of you. My name is Rajesh Agarwal, and this is my colleague Jake Holloway, and we are from Xendpay. Let me tell you a little bit background about myself that always helps. I'm from India, and I came to this country in 2001 with just £200 in my pocket. I didn't know anybody in this country. I landed at Heathrow Airport like quite a few of you must have done in the last couple of days. 3 years later, in 2005, I saw a gap in the market. I saw that the banks were overcharging the customers for international payments. So I set up a business called RationalFX. Simple idea, provide better, cost-effective, better service, international money transfer services to businesses and individuals. I went to a bank asking for a £10,000 loan to set up the business. Banks, as you can imagine, turned me down. So I went back again 2 days later to them saying, I've dropped the idea, but now I want to buy a car. Can I have some money? They gave me £20,000. So that's the way it goes. But here we are, 7 years on. RationalFX is one of the leading foreign exchange companies in the UK. We have never borrowed a penny. We have no external investors. We have grown organically. We have done over $3 billion in transactions. So far this year alone we'll do about $800 million. Called me old school, but I like to make profit, so we have been profitable every single day. But I used to get my friends calling me all the time saying, Rajesh, can you help me? I need to send £500 back home to my parents. I know you can get us very good exchange rate. And earlier I was not interested, but then we created a new product called Xendpay, which is what I'm here to talk about today. It's essentially a remittance product. It's aimed at a $500 billion a year remittance market. It's a huge market. Just a little bit about the market itself. It's $500 billion a year. India is the world's largest receiver. About $70 billion a year is received by India in remittances. India and China together form about 25% of the world's remittance market. I saw a couple of other products here yesterday on similar lines. But what I find is that in any money transfer product, in any money transfer transaction, there is a sender and there is a receiver. And often there is a gap between them. And that gap is not just geographical, but the gap is generational, economical, and in terms of their tax savviness as well, there's a big gap. So somebody like myself sending money back to my parents, I cannot use a company like PayPal, like e-wallet. My father doesn't even know how to operate the computer. So how can I use a company like that? So he wants the money directly either in his bank account or he needs it to be sent to a cash collection point where he can go and collect the cash. So we have designed Xendpay to be very simple. So simple that our first ever customer was a 76-year-old English lady living in France who was using Xendpay to transfer money from her UK bank account to her French account. So, Jake, can we demonstrate our simple product?
Thanks, Rajesh. Good morning, everyone. Okay, you're looking at the homepage of our cloud-based Xendpay money transfer system. It's very simple. It's supposed to be simple. It's a simple process. Got a list of recipients here and a list of my recent payments here. Let's send some money. And I'm going to look at the options, which is a key part of the product. Let's imagine we're sending some money to Ecuador. So first, going through the options, the first choice is how you pay for the transfer at this end. You can pay by credit card, debit card. You can pay by local bank transfer. So in other words, you transfer the money to our local UK bank account or wherever you're sending money from. Or indeed, you can pay by cash. We're the only money transfer company here that's talking about a cash collection. How does that work, you might wonder, in online world? Well, you can go to 50,000 locations in the UK and exchange cash there using the PayPoint type technology for a voucher. The voucher is a 19-digit PIN code, which you enter during the checkout process, much like a card transaction. So it's very important to understand how important cash payments are, because the vast majority of that $200 billion a year European remittance market is all about people going to MoneyGram, going to Western Union in the high street And that's the core of the market. It's not all online, and you'll see why people need to be weaned away from those extremely expensive mechanisms. So delivery, we can pay obviously into a bank account, or we can send money to a partner company in Ecuador in this case for cash collection. Let me look at details of a transfer that you might be more familiar with. In other words, a GBP euro transaction, sending money to France. Give you some idea about the actual costs spent by people sending money at the moment. So I've done the calculation. Our fee is £3.99. It's a pretty standard fee for any amount. And the exchange rate is a very competitive exchange rate. The user would get 454 euros. Let's contrast that with MoneyGram. Okay, when I was warming up in the dark, I did a little estimation on MoneyGram's website. Now, this is the company, Western Union and MoneyGram. This is the people who dominate the remittance market at the moment. It's very important to understand that this is where that market is. It's in the high street. If you go to MoneyGram, the £400 that you send, you'll pay a £31 fee on top, and you'll receive 428 euros. So in fact, you get less than 1-to-1 pounds to the euro. Let's go back to Xendpay, you get 454. There's a €50 difference between sending money via Xendpay and sending money via MoneyGram. It is incredibly important for the whole developing world that the remittance prices are reduced, because that means more money is going into the developing world. Okay, I'll continue with this transaction. This is a bank transfer transaction, so I need to pick a recipient. David Beckham, he's out there, he's not earning any money. He's giving it all to charity. Then I've already got his details. I stick them in, press next, confirm the details, and I'm into a checkout process, which you've all seen before, so I won't bore you with it. And that's Xendpay. It's simple and it works.
Yeah, so it's a simple product. We have combined the offline and the online world together. So please, if you've got any questions, do visit us at the booth. Even better, if you've got money transfer requirement, please use Xendpay. Thank you.